Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is go to my Mr. Johnson's Powerful Portfolio. Now, if you listen to the instructions at the beginning of the year, you should know that it should be bookmarked in your science folder. I don't really have a science folder, but I have one called Portfolio, which has mine in there. So that's the first thing you want to do. You want to then scroll down. You see how I'm clicking on all of these different ones. I selected slide 1, so it has this like yellow-orange boundary around it. Okay, you're going to keep doing that until you go to the last one, the newest one that I have on there, which is the solar system diagram. Now what you want to do is you want to hit Control-C, and that copies that slide. You want to copy the entire slide. Don't click on the one individual slide and try and copy the image. That's not what I'm talking about. I want you to click the entire slide over here. You can also right-click on it to get copy to come up. Or you can go up here and click on Edit and then click on Copy. So once you do that, you now open up your portfolio. So once you get your portfolio open, you should not have that slide on there just yet. So to demonstrate that, I'm just going to delete the one that I have on here. And then if you select the bottommost slide, you see how now 4 is have that highlight around it. If I hit Control V or paste, that will paste it there. And then it will say, do you want to link it? And then you'll say, no, do not link it right there. And then there you go. It's now on your portfolio, but we're not done yet. So what we're going to actually do is really create this diagram right here. So to do that, you're going to find the assignment called Solar System Model Diagram and open it up in Google Drawings. So it will create your own Google Drawings for you. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to retitle it. At the bottom left, we're going to change title to Solar System Diagram. And for the name, you will write your name. So I'll write Mr. J. So of course, no good solar system diagram is complete without the sun, right? That's going to be at the center right here. So insert, image, search the web, and we will title it Sun. I like the very first one. You just click and drag it right over. You can also click on it and click on the blue button that says insert. Both things work. Just drag this where you want it to go. It should kind of perfectly fit in there, but you can always just kind of resize it a little bit and try to get it right in the center there. And that looks perfect. Okay, so we have the sun right there, and every single one of these oval shapes is the orbital path of one of the 8 planets. There's 8 lines, 8 for 8 planets. So of course, if you remember, my very educated mother just served us nachos. The first M for my stands for Mercury. So if you type in Mercury, you can click on one of these images right here, click and drag that over, and that will go somewhere on this line because that planet Mercury is going to be orbiting around here. So I'm going to resize this. Again, I don't really necessarily need to, but I can. I'll just put it right there, just as one of the planets. So there's Mercury, and we'll go around. Perfect. The next one is going to be Venus, because that comes next. I don't really care which of these ones you pick. I'll just click on that one because I think that one looks cooler. Get that on there, and that just make sure that you kind of put it right in the middle of that path so you can kind of see it. Now, I could have put it anywhere as long as it's on that line, and then it will be accurate because this is just Venus at one given point in time, but it could be anywhere along that pattern right there. All right. So now for Earth, let's do something fun. We'll type in Earth rotating GIF. And there's a couple different ones to choose from. My favorite one is this one. It's like the bottom right one out of these 4. And if you put that on there, now we have the Earth in motion. Doesn't that look cool? So we'll throw that one on there. Just give a little bit more accuracy to this model. So we have a rotating GIF for that. Can we do one for Mars? Will it work? Well, it's not the ideal version of Mars because it has all that thing on there. But if we drag that on there, we see that this one is rotating. Yes, it is. So we can use that one as a rotating GIF as well. Or if you don't like that one as much, you can just do regular old Mars, and you might get an image that you like a little bit better that way. But I'll keep the one from before. Now, Jupiter, if we type in Jupiter rotating GIF, let's see what comes up. Oh, and if you were eagle-eyed, you may have noticed that I put Mars on the same row as that, which is incorrect. So I'm just going to drag this one over there to make sure it has its own orbital path there. So here's Jupiter. Jupiter's taking a while, so I hope it works. It could be a good sign that it is working there. So I'm going to place it right there, and hopefully it fully loads. Oh, yeah, that looks great. So I have my Jupiter rotating right there. You can see the big red spot. Now you can put it, I could have put it anywhere on this line. So if you prefer, you can kind of put it like over there, just give it a little bit more room. Type in Saturn. I don't think Saturn's going to have a good rotating one, but I'll still get a cool image over here. I'll put that over here. So there's my image for Saturn. Of course, so it's my very educated mother just served. Now it's us. So we'll get Uranus over here. Now, if you ever did something that you didn't want, like for example, if you accidentally clicked on that and deleted it, it's gone. You just hit Control-Z and that will undo it. And then nachos is the last one, right? Nachos for Neptune. So, oops, I typed in nachos, but I meant to type in Neptune. Neptune, we get our last one on there, throw that on there. Ooh, that's weird. I didn't like that one. Let's get a different one. So, yeah, we'll put that on there, and then we have all of ours on there. Oh, I don't really like the way it has that one random thing there, so I'm just going to crop it ever so slightly. Maybe that will get rid of it. No, that's good enough. All right, so here it is. Here's our final border. We have all of them in order. I could have put this anywhere on that line. It just happened to be there. We're good. Now here comes the next step. We're going to click on File, Download, JPEG. So we want to do JPEG, JPG. That's going to send it to our folder over there. So it says copy to clipboard, which you can do, but you can also do show in folder. Both should work. So I'm going to click on show in folder. That will bring up the folder over here with the solar system diagram. And now what I want to do is I want to go to my portfolio here and I want to paste it in here. So I'm on my portfolio for this year. This would be for your portfolio. And now we can do insert image and we can upload it from the computer and we can find it in our downloads folder. And then that should import it in there. Look at that. That looks cool. So what I'd like for us to do now is kind of resize it. Even though we have to stretch it out a little bit, we want it to fill up the whole screen here. And there's two things we can do. You'll notice that it does not have the title anymore. And I like to have a title on every slide. So if I have this highlighted, I can hit Control and the down arrow, and that will send it down underneath that. Pretty nifty. Or I'm going to hit Control-Z to edit undo. I can just, of course, create a new text box over here and type out solar system diagram. You might be saying, Mr. J, it's not working. I don't see anything. Well, that's because it's probably just typing in black font. So I'll just change the color to white, make it nice and big. And I'll, of course, title it as slide 5 because I like to have the slide number in all of them. Stretch it out just a little bit so it all fits. And there you go. Now it is completely done and you are done with this. What I would like for you to, of course, go back over here and just turn this in. So make sure you turn this in from the solar system diagram and then you are all set. You're done with this. You're going to get a good grade on it and you have a nice diagram that you made about the order of the planets. All right, so good job, everyone.